Still ahead here on Good Morning Arizona, it's not something families want to talk about, but when there's a death in the family, how kids or parents grieve may be very different. Next, a way for them both to understand what's going on and get through the healing process. The death of a child or a parent is something that families know they have to get through, not always a clear path, as different people in the family grieve in different ways and at different times. But 2 weeks from now, there is a special camp that's set up for families that will definitely help. It's called Camp Paz. And joining us this morning to let us know more about it, if you haven't heard about it, we have psychologist and director of the camp, Dr. Ellen Kelman, along with Christina and her two children, Bowen and Emily, who have gone through the camp. Thank you all for being here this morning.
Thank you.
Not an easy topic to talk about when we talk about death, and that is the purpose of Stepping Stones of Hope, which runs this camp, is to help families grieve. Talk a little bit about that, Dr. Hellman.
And you're right, it isn't an easy topic, and that's why our program is so necessary. Pretty much we're a nonprofit organization, 15 years old, and we help children and their families who are grieving. But we do this in a unique way. We have weekend retreats that we call camp, and we have kids and their families, and it really helps give them tools. It really helps to give them a safe environment to express their feelings and to meet other kids who have the same issues, who are grieving, adults meeting other adults. And lastly, we help adults learn how to cope with grief and teach their children, learn how to deal with their children. We help children learn how to deal with their adults who are grieving too.
There's so many elements that go through it for sure, and we're looking at different pictures from camp. It's not your average camp that you would think of. It's not all tears. Tell me a little bit about your experience, Christina. It was back in 2011 that you guys attended?
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about it. Your husband had passed away.
Yes, Bo and Emily's dad passed away, and they were heartbroken. And as a mom, I didn't know what to do to help them. So I took them to camp, kicking and screaming, and by the end of camp, they were starting to get their smiles back. And now they won't miss camp for anything.
The neat thing about this is so many folks who go through the camp, who are helped through it, they truly understand what it's like, and so they become counselors. And that's what you both are doing now, right? Bowen, Emily?
Yeah.
Tell me what you remember most about this. It was 3 years ago. How old were you, Emily?
I was 12.
12. And tell me what you learned from camp.
I learned that it's okay to feel whatever you're feeling, and you don't have to hide your feelings for someone else.
Bowen, you were how old 3 years ago?
14.
You were 14. With your dad had just passing, what were you dealing with? What were your emotions that you didn't know how to work through?
I really didn't even know how to function just day to day. And just being around other people that were in a similar situation to me, was really able to share
And be
my
able
experiences and help.
The important part that we learned that you're not alone in this, right, Doctor?
That's right. It's so important. Kids go to school and they feel like, my goodness, I'm the only one who's had somebody die in my life. A lot of times their friends don't know what to say, so they stop talking to them. And so in this environment, they're around other kids who really do get it. And adults being around other adults at camp who really do get it. And so while it may be scary to think of coming up, it's really wonderful being there. It's not all crying for the weekend. It's a lot of fun. We do projects and interactive things, and we do serious things as well, and it's really a good step forward for them.
And hence why the organization Stepping Stones of Hope continues to bring hope to families like you guys. Thank you. I know this isn't easy. I imagine even years later, it's never easy. So I really appreciate you two and Mom coming as well to share this. Now, Camp Paz is happening October 11th and 12th in Payson at the Whispering Hope Ranch. All the information there is online, steppingstonesofhope.org. There is a cost to this or no? If I remember,
It's very minimal.
Okay.
For the whole weekend, we ask for $50. There are also scholarships if people cannot pay, so don't let
Fantastic.
that hold anybody back.
Fantastic.
We really
Fantastic.
want to help everybody in the community.
If you feel like you need help, the help is there. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We will put all the information on Camp Paz and Stepping Stones of Hope on azfamily.com.